Bam, and ops. Did I use that right? Whatever. Baseball has been out of this world for this past week. Our first stop, Jupiter. The single A club for the Marlins pitched a real space gem. Like, it was an infinity stone. Issuing 22 walks while their announcer roasted them live on the air. Embarrassing. He said, I've never had to do this in a scorecard, and I feel really bad. They should too. 22 walks. Dodgers fans in the right field seats chanting BBL, BBL, BBL to Fernando Tatis while he does a slight hip twist and looks at his booty. That's a high point of my week. Speaking of the Dodgers, Kike Hernandez made history as the only modern-era MLB player to score multiple runs, play multiple positions, and have a scoreless inning pitched on the mound, all in a game he did not start. Slightly impressive. All while doing it while wearing one of those infant soft spot protector helmets. This way, you don't have a messed up head of a baby. Kind of weird. I've never seen anybody on the mound wearing that. The Orlando Dreamers secure $1.5 billion to bring a franchise to another tourist trap no fan having city. Well, it's led by a Hall of Famer in Barry Larkin. I don't know if this is a wise choice or not. I'm going to say no. The A's, winners of 11 of their last 16 games. Been a long time since any of us were able to say that. Brings back really, really good vibes for the yellow and green. Dean gets a Chicago beatdown. Today, getting tagged for 3 home runs. Don't worry, Paulie. Libby will kiss those boo-boos better. Let's get into the swing of things. Throw this first pitch. Welcome to Drunks in the Pond. Be sure to like, follow, sub. Tell us we're pretty. And most importantly, stay drunk.
Here we go, Drunks on the Pond, episode 46. You already know who it is. My name is Jay. That's Damon. That's Rich with the introduction, and we're here to talk ball. My God, what a weekend. I mean, yeah, dude. Like, we saw an almost no-hitter. The Rockies are now the worst team to ever play in the month of April. And once again, we're looking at Mike Trout through the window of the injured list. So, yeah, baseball's been fun. But I want to spin back to the Rockies first and foremost. And I know we have a couple Rockies fans who listen to the podcast. So, shout out to those boys right there. And sorry we're about to diss your team like this.
Some troopers.
My God. You talk about a team that somehow, for being as bad as they are, continue to draw a crowd because of their beautiful stadium. You're looking at the team in Colorado. And you would think that a team having that stadium, those beautiful jerseys, that we'd be looking at a solid group. This team is the pure definition of dog. I think they're now 5-25, 5-26, maybe. It's been a couple days since I looked at the record, and I know they just beat the Braves.
5-25.
5-25. They beat Chris Sale, of all pitchers, who won Cy Young last year, which, baseball is kind of weird like that. But, holy, dude. Like, you even turn the game on. You even turn the game on for a couple minutes, and you're like, I don't even recognize half these guys. And you see Brandon Doyle recently called up Zach Fiend. Good for him. Chase Dolander got the call up. But, like, Ezekiel Tovar's still there. But, what are we really looking at? And, I don't want to say Chris Bryant, but once again, shout out to Chris Bryant. He reached the 10-year mark of his MLB career, so he'll be getting that nice free entry to any stadium pass any given day now. So, huge for him. I can't imagine wanting to watch baseball after spending the last, 3 or 4 years sitting on the IL for the most part, or hitting under 200. Yeah, Rockies are in a spot. Chicago sucked last year. Now we're getting it in Colorado. And I believe personally that the MLB needs to step in and force a sale, because what the hell are we watching? How can we just allow teams to be this bad? And how can we sit here, watch teams be this bad, and then when the owner gets confronted, he's like, well, what do you want me to do? I don't know, man. Build a team? Be competitive? Like, give us something to watch? I mean, yeah, the visiting fans are having a ball. What the hell do we need to do at this point? Somehow the White Sox got away with it last year, and everyone was kind of like, well, they suck, but they need to change. We're seeing it again, and it's like, all right, like, are we going to do this again next year? Like, at what point does the MLB go, all right, man, like, seriously, do something? I don't know. I'm going to pass it over to you guys, but I think it's time to sell them.
Right. So currently, right now, they are on pace to win under 30 games. That might be one of the most saddest sentences I've ever said out loud for a professional baseball team who plays 162 games to 30. You have so much talent on this major league team. Like, their offense is so much better than what they're performing at. They have a star in Tovar, another star in Brenton Doyle. That kid, Brenton Doyle, might be one of my favorite players in baseball. McMahon, just a good seasoned vet. You know, you're getting out of him, although currently, right now, he is leading the majors in strikeouts with 43. Coglia is not off to a good start at all. He's sitting there with a cool 41 strikeouts, batting a solid 219. By the way, Ryan McMahon batting 147 and 121 plate appearances, 102 at bats. You got some serious talent. I mean, let's forget about the fact that you have Chris Bryant on the team, although I'm pretty sure he's allergic to grass. I think this sport is played on grass everywhere except for one stadium. Toronto's the only one with turf still, correct? Or no, the Rays.
Yeah, I think there's only 2 teams.
Yeah. So my guess is, being that they're in the American League and he doesn't play them anywhere near as much, it's grass. So you know what? It's not even a guess. I'm just putting it down packed, firm. Chris Bryant's allergic to grass, latent life injury. That's just, he can't do it anymore. I don't know how to help him. This is disgustingly disappointing. Their owner doesn't need to be stripped. They need to be forced to sell. And you know what? If Barry Larkin wants to try and put a team in Orlando that bad, see if he can actually fix a major league team first before he starts one.
This is what I gotta say about it. I mean, first of all, we need to have, I don't know if you guys like watch soccer or anything like that. Now there's like promotion, relegation. We've talked about this many times before. When you look at the clubs and everything, they're corporations. I mean, like, I forgot what soccer club I was like, oh, I can invest in this. This is crazy. But like, yeah, it's an investable club. It was publicly traded. They have CEOs that, if you're not doing a good job, kicked out of the position like any other company. I think baseball would run, any sport in America would run a lot smoother if there was that. Because, I mean, this is pathetic. This is pathetic. I mean, the 2 teams I could compare to them right now, 2003 Detroit Tigers had a worse April, but they didn't have like as many games. They were 3-20 instead of 4-22. And the 2024 Chicago White Sox were 6-21. So I mean, like, this is quite pitiful. It looks bad on the game. It looks bad in general, and it doesn't. I understand, Robert Manfred is here for the owners. He's here to take care of that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of pathetic at this point. Like, this isn't the NFL where you tank and you get the number 1 draft pick. There's 162 games. This is a long season, but yet they want to cry poor and talk about, well, we're not making money that we want to make, and we have to charge $55 for a pretzel and beer. Yeah, like, come on. I mean, I don't know, but this is where I tell you, small things like this equate to a larger problem, and it affects baseball as a whole. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. I mean, some sort of restructuring when Tony Clark says that there's going to be a strike. Okay, when you go on strike, how about you talk about something like this to where it's going to be something more resourceful for the players. I understand Manfred is there for the owners and stuff like that. How about he's there for the CEOs of the teams? Because John Fisher needs to get the hell out of there. I don't know who owns the Rockies. I really don't care. He needs to get the hell out of there. The new ownership group in Miami needs to get the hell out of there. Like, go. You're making the game terrible. And it's not as easy as it sounds, but I mean, there needs to be some sort of forethought into it because you can't cry poor about not having people come to the games, not making the revenue you want to make, and you're also doing dumb stuff like this. So, kind of where I'm at with it.
So the Rockies are owned by Charlie Monfort and Dick Monfort. But I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Like at some point, like ownership, just like how do you look out on the field, see this AA team just getting smacked across the diamond for 9 innings, and just go like, well, at least we're making money. Like,
You want to know why? You want to know why? Because not every owner, Steve Ballmer. Not every owner was a billionaire fan beforehand. Take over.
So, Jay, you said something very interesting there. The fact that they're putting out a AA team. No, they're putting out a AA pitching staff. First and foremost, their offensive players have all the talent to be better than they are. But I think this is one of those, like, my manager sets the precedent on how hard I play. Or, like, why should I care when they don't care? Because I think this is truly one of those moments where you're looking at people who gave up on their own franchise that they play for and get paid by. I'm not saying you should never do that, but what I'm saying is they don't give a shit because ownership does not give a shit.
nah, no, you won't get a disagreement from me.
They are never, ever, ever, ever doing or have done anything about pitching for that franchise. They
I mean,
have
you really
just
can't say much about
absolutely
hitting.
never.
They're hitting 211 as a team with 26 homers.
It's horrible,
That's
but
crazy.
not bad.
Exactly. I mean, pitching staff isn't that good, but that's like 07 Nationals right there.
Yeah, like
There's also like an almost 100 run differential. So
70.
like I mean,
They're out there, Brent. They're
like
pathetic.
I said almost.
one of
No,
the things
I
that
know.
makes me laugh
Yeah,
about the
but-
whole situation is that like we were like 2 or 3 weeks into the season and the Rockies were like, oh, we're calling up our number 1 prospect. And the fans were like, oh, that's cool. Hey, guess what? We're calling up our number 2 prospect as well. Like here we go. Like start the engines. And absolutely just nothing. Like this is the Empire State Building on fire. And you took a Deer Park water bottle and threw it on the ferns out front of the Empire State Building. Like, you're not taking care of the big problem. You're trying to focus on putting out something that honestly doesn't even matter. Like, I don't know, man. I'm so frustrated by this team. And I think it's because I genuinely want to see the Rockies do well. Like, yeah, they're in the hardest division in baseball. So it's not like they have a window to be great. They truly do not. But, like, how can anyone sit here 20 games under 500 on the first day of May, mind you? We're not in July. We're not in August. We're in May, the very beginning, and you're already 20 games under 500. We're looking at a team that by the end of May, we could literally be sitting here like, I cannot believe this team is 35 games under 500. Like, I truly cannot fathom that. It's like, I don't know, man.
Pathetic, dude.
I really feel for Rockies fans because if this was the Phillies, I would have gone insane and wrote a strongly worded letter to John Middleton about why he's destroying my baseball team and why he is ruining every single day that I wake up.
Why he makes me punch my fanatic
Like-
pillow when I go to sleep at night.
You make me throw a BS. Yeah.
And it's a shame because this is not
Yeah.
going to be the last time we talk about, or this won't be the last time I talk about the Rockies tonight because we do have a topic further down the line where they will be coming up again.
Indeed.
But I mean, just to take a quick second, I mean, how was everyone's week though otherwise?
Mine was very good. I was at the Phillies game last night. Watched
There you
a
go.
very good win from Christopher Sanchez pitching another gem. This is the third time I've seen him start, and he's won every single game. So, yeah, I like it. It's always nice. The biggest problem is it's like that out of the 20 years of Citizens Bank Park being there, 21 years now, I think that I have seen the Nationals 20 times, 25 times.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
And dude, always. And it's not like I ever am like, yeah, I can't wait to just see this matchup. No, it's, well, that's tickets everyone else wants to go to. All right. Cool. I could get to see Irvin versus Christopher Sanchez.
Could have been worse. Could have been way worse.
Yeah, could have been anyone after Gore and Irvin.
Fair point. Dig, how was that week for you, bro?
Dude, it's been good. It has been good. Honestly, man, just kicking ass, taking names. Work's been good. Acquired part of a new company, so hopefully your boy could have spinners on his car here soon. I want to be real degenerate,
Yeah,
you
which-
know.
Which part? Is it the top part or the lower part?
I said spinners on my whip here soon.
Yeah, you said you acquired part of a company. This is the top part or the lower part. Oh.
The rear, actually.
Ooh, all right, man. You dirty boy.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I acquired
Congrats.
a night, as one would say.
So taking a quick moment here. You know who's having a really awful year that I didn't notice until someone just brought it to my attention right now? Like, this is kind of like a breaking news thing, I guess. Sandy Alcantara is having a dog shit year. Sandy
Dude,
Alcantara,
man.
he's 2-3 with a negative 0.6 WAR and an 8.31 earned run average. Like, we're talking about a guy
Your
who won the
trade
Cy
stock,
Young maybe 3-4
Awful.
years ago now. Like, holy man, Tommy John just
Dude, I
like there's some pitchers
I
who
can tell you
get
right
Tommy
now.
John and are better, and then you get some pitchers who get Tommy John and they're just like it's just like a car crash in the middle of foggy weather.
Look at it this way. The Marlins are not happy about it. And let's be real. The Marlins weren't ever going to keep Sandy Alcantara. They're super not happy about it because now their trade stock and what they get in return is awful compared to what it was. They should have traded him before he came back.
I agree. Like that's just brutal, but I mean,
But you can't
that's what
always get what you want.
like that's just what happens with some injuries, man. And I mean, that kind of walks into our next topic with, I mean, we could sit here and call him the greatest player of this generation. Mike Trout's hurt again. That sucks. You know, I mean, no one ever wants to see the fish man go down, but like, this is injury number what in the past 5 years? 7, 8? How many times do we have to do this dance with Mike Trout, man? He's 33 years old. He's hitting a $176 this year. He has 9 home runs, but this is not the Mike Trout we're used to seeing. And now he's hurt again. Who knows what's going to happen next? And he got hurt on a surgically repaired knee already. So it's like, I don't know. are we coming close to the point where we start putting the R word out there for him? I don't want to say it, but like,
I will. It's
how
retired.
much?
Just in case anyone was thinking negatively, it's retired.
That retired guy?
That R word. Yeah.
But like, I mean,
Hey, everybody, there goes that retired guy.
how much longer are we going to do this dance with Mike Trout before he's like, you know what, man? The body's had enough.
I mean, dude, did you look at his baseball reference for this year compared to last year?
I have.
That's like
29 games, both years. 126 at bats last year, 121 this year. 109 at bats, or I'm sorry, 126 plate appearances, 121 plate appearances. 109 at bats, 106 at bats this year. 17 runs, 14 this year. 24 hits, 19 this year. 1 double, 2 triples last year, 1 and 1 this year. 9 of his 19 hits this year are home runs. The dude still got pop in his bat. Except the biggest issue is, what is he doing otherwise? Like, does he have like the absolute worst workout program to try and like maintain health? Somebody get him some milk. Like, how is everything in your body this weak? You are a premier athlete. You are the premier athlete of a generation for a sport. And you just absolutely are fragile. You are fragile, as they say in Italian.
Ah, fragile. It must be Italian.
Well, I think that says fragile, honey.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get it.
We've talked about Mike Trout over and over and over about his injuries, and I don't think it's time to hang it up. I think it's time to invest in your own trainer that is not affiliated with the Angels. Don't let the Angels tell you how to manage your body or do anything anymore. Get out of here.
I mean, at this point, I really don't know what he has more to prove, and if it's causing the body that much pain, it ain't hurt nobody. If he,
do.
you know,
What can you do?
Exactly, but if he calls it today, I mean, he's done everything that people want to do. I think off his accolades, I think accolade wise, he's a Hall of Famer. I think stat wise, he's Hall of Very Good. At me as much as you guys want in the comments, go look at Jim Edmonds. Just doesn't have as many stolen bases, more homers.
Andrew Jones.
Hold on, let me see Andrew Jones compared to Mike Trout right now. My apologies.
Listen,
boss, Mike.
The thing is, like, Mike Trout's stat page is lit up like a Christmas tree and leading the league in so many different things. Like, it's fantastic. You hit the nail on the head. The accolades, incredible. That's everything you need to get in. He played on a lot of bad teams. So, yeah, 40 home runs with 80 RBIs. Awful. Awful season. In my opinion, awful season. It means you did all the work. You should have been MVP that year. Most valuable player.
Just to make a point real quick, after the injury, Mike Trout was hopeful to play in the game today against the Tigers. I just checked the lineup, and he is out of the lineup today.
However,
in right field. I mean, obviously, it's just going to be precautionary for right now until we get further information. But, like, I don't know, man. I'm at the point where if Mike Trout's out for the rest of the season, it's not going to be like, oh, my God, I can't believe it. It's going to be like, should have seen this coming. Like how many more parts of Mike Trout's legs can he hurt before it's just like, before the poor guy's coming out in a wheelchair and he's going Kenny from Backyard Baseball, hitting the ball and just rolling himself. What the hell is his name? Kenny Kawaguchi or something? Kenny Kawasaki? I don't know. Like, so. Like, that's where we're going to be in the next 2-3 years.
Let's
They're
just,
going to make
let's just take a second. Let's just take a second to appreciate. K-Man, that was his nickname. Don't
K-Man.
let the wheelchair fool you. K-Man. Don't let the wheelchair fool you. Kenny is a fantastic ball player. He is sure-handed outfielder and a speedy base wheeler. His batting skills on the proficiency chart are 2 baseballs. His running is 3 baseballs. His pitching is 4. So what they're saying is you should stay in one position, kid.
Like, we're talking about Mike Trout if his name was Kenny Kawaguchi. Like, that's just it. And it sucks.
I don't
but
like it.
you know what? It's
I don't
just
like
what we're
it.
used to at this point. But I mean, Damon, you brought up a point earlier, and we definitely need to hit on this because it is a great damn point. D, do you want to take the ball and run with this one to kick it off?
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over what is going on with these all-star closers. I mean, there's a list me and my buddy were talking about, and we're not saying they're doing all, but what kind of start are they on? I mean, we're looking at a guy like Alexis Diaz, Edwin Diaz. Who else do we have on there? David Bednar, Camilo Duvall, Jordan Romano, Emmanuel Clase, Devin Williams, Ryan Stanek, and Paul Sewald. What's going on with these guys? I mean, like, all right, a guy like Clase, for example, because I was looking at Emmanuel Clase, not Emmanuel Clase, Edwin Diaz. Edwin Diaz has 7 saves, 12 games, but he also has a 4.5 ERA. So, I mean, not the lowest ERA. I don't know how many blown saves he has, but a guy like Emmanuel Clase, he is 14 games, 5 saves with a 6.75 ERA after having a .61 last year. Wow. Holy smoke. So, yeah, that's kind of where I wanted to ask you guys what your thought is. I mean, now remember if we're in 2019, we might have the juice balls to sit there and rely on. This was 1998. I'm pretty sure it was corked bats or sweet water that we could, put this on. But what is it today? Is there another phantom out there in the MLB that is causing this? What's up with this?
I mean, I think closers come and go. And yes, they're all established names. They're all true to its form. Big game, end of game performers. They're the guys you want when the lights are about to go out. It's just such a fickle thing. It's not that they're obviously not made up for it because, yeah, you have to have a different mentality to be a closer. I think I go back and look at Brad Lynch in 08. 41 for 41. A 1.95 ERA. Absolutely incredible. The following year, not incredible. A 7.21 ERA with 31 saves. So he still got 30 saves that year, but he decided to eat some dog doo-doo, and he was absolute crap that next year. So closers, it happens. You can easily just fall apart. I don't think that's the case for all these guys. I mean, Sewald's up there in age. I think. I've heard Sewald's name for what I feel like is a decade. So it's tough. Is there any correlation? I don't know, man. It's tough. Pitching's a dirty, dirty girl. Either it's for you or against you. It's really, really awkward because you don't know if it's actually the mechanics, pitching coaches, or that horrible Y word that we try to not say when it comes to certain people.
Yipperoo.
Oh boy.
Who? We try not to say it. Oh, but we did it anyway. It's okay. None of those are my pitchers. I don't care.
I'll tell you what, though. I genuinely do find it funny talking about closers because, like when the closer comes into the game, like, you should feel comfort. You should be happy. You should be like, finally, like, this game is over, no doubt about it. When I see Jordan Romano come into the game in the 9th inning, my first thought is, oh my God, we're going to blow it. We are going to blow it 1,000,000%. We have 16 save opportunities. We have 8 saves. 6 of those blown saves are due to Jordan Romano. Like, when he actually comes in and closes a game, I am dumbfounded. I'm just like, wow. Like, I can't believe he can do that. Instead of his usual come in, give up 3 hits, 2 runs, they take the lead, our bats go quiet into the night, and the game's over. But, like, league-wide, it's crazy, man. Like, Clase was a guy that we saw last year just dominated everybody. Like, the dude came in, and it was just like, all right, well, we'll get him tomorrow because there's no way we're getting a runoff.
This is just my thought on it. I'm ready to go. Ready to give out a conspiracy.
Okay.
When it comes into the 9th inning, they're giving closed waterlogged baseballs. Not too waterlogged, but slightly heavier to where, it makes a difference in the hand, but not in the mind to where it may be, I don't know. I'm trying to figure something out because, you had the juice balls, you had, juiced people, you had cork and bats. I mean, dude, I'm out here just tap dancing, trying to figure something out. I'm trying to find a hollow part of the ground. So, yeah. What if you could think of anything better? I mean, I got some tinfoil in my garage, bro. I could go put it on my head right now.
I just was not expecting you to go to waterlogged baseballs, but I mean,
dude, you got to think of it, dog. I mean,
like, we have to keep our minds open because, like if you would have told people in the 90s before, like, the whole cork back thing, like, they'd be like, there's no way you can cork a bat. Like, who the hell's doing that? And then
my favorite thing is they found out corking a bat doesn't do anything. There's like no added effect from corking a bat. You're just corking a bat.
It was Sammy Sosa was the one who was like the big one that was caught. Was there anybody else?
Yeah, remember they had the you guys don't remember where was it the White Sox or was it the Guardians that had a player go in during the game? I think it was Albert Bell got one of his bats taken from him, and it was cork. And they
no shock there. It was Albert Bell.
They had to they sent a guy in there, and he went through
the ceiling. On the base path.
Well, they went through the ceiling, and yeah, dude basically dropped down 007 style, swapped the bat out. I don't know. Got pulled out.
I forgot about that story. Man, they legit Mission Impossible that.
So
that's awesome.
One of my favorite speaking of Sammy Sosa and cork bats, one of my favorite stats ever in baseball. Sammy Sosa has had 3 60 home run seasons. 3. Not once did he lead the National League in home runs. Like, what a kick in the balls. You hit 60 home runs and you're still in second place? Damn, man, there's just no respect.
First time, I would have been like, all right, it happened. Second time, I would have been a little pissed. The third time, listen, man, making a couple phone calls. I'm not Sammy Sosa for no damn reason, okay? I'm getting some of those other home runs exonerated. Wipe the freak off, okay? Hell no. Third time, screw that. So my question to you guys is, like, how is Mike Trout's situation any different than the Anthony Rendon, besides him being a great character of the game, as opposed to Anthony Rendon just strictly showing that he hates the game? It's only there for a paycheck.
I mean, I'm going to answer this with one thing. How exactly has Mike Trout been a good character of the game when I'm sure there's countless fans in Anaheim. And when I mean countless, I mean like it's all 39 of them that have probably never heard him speak. He's not a vocal person. He's a quiet, reserved player. You would think that the best player of a generation would be a spokesman for the game, but no.
He does these little things. I mean, how he interacts with the fans and people get their little doodads with him, as I've seen him buying his own cards off of people on eBay, leaving them little nice remarks on the cards and stuff like that. And then people see that they're sending it to the Mike Trout, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh." So
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love that, but I don't think there's that much of an ambassador role that he's actually fulfilling.
yeah. I mean, I guess it's just a blatant disrespect that Anthony Rendon is given to the game. Like he's shown that he strictly does not care. It's just moolah, and and that's where it's like, all right, dude. Like I don't know, you don't get that kind of vibe from Mike Trout. You don't get a
no, you don't. But the only times Mike Trout smells the playoffs are when he's in South Philly in the fall watching the birds.
Sometimes that's the only time you need to see it.
Like it's genuinely crazy. Mike Trout's only been in the playoffs
once
in his entire career, and I'm guilty of saying it earlier. Like the greatest player of this generation. Like he's only smelled the playoffs once, and if memory serves me right, it might. I need to double check this. Ernie Banks is also considered like one of the greatest players of his time as well, and Ernie Banks never even made the playoffs once. Like, guy went his entire career and never even touched them. So it's like, is it bad luck? Yeah, probably. Like, but I mean, it's just, unfortunately, that's just how baseball went for some teams. Like, and I hate to say it because there's still plenty of time, but I fear that Bryce Harper is going to be that guy that, got to the World Series once, but lost and just never got back there again. Like, obviously, I want the Phillies to win the World Series. I'll take 6 in a row, but it's just, you get players like Mike Trout who get to the playoffs once, and you get players like Will Smith who wins the World Series 3 years in a row with 3 different teams. So it's just kind of like, that's just how stupid baseball is sometimes. Like, there's nothing we can do about that.
You're right.
But
I was just going back and I was like, is there another guy who played that long and was like that incredible and just never sniffed the playoffs? And I was like, oh, George Brett. No, George Brett made the playoffs a lot. And he won a World Series in 85. But it was so hard for me to remember that the Royals weren't always horrible. So,
I think...
Yeah, my bad. Sorry, George Brett. I got to put some respect on your name.
I think for the time, Ted Williams only made it to the World Series once, and he lost. I think that was 50.
Someone on the Red Sox lost between Babe Ruth leaving and 2004?
Yeah, well, no, but we're talking about Ted Williams. We're not talking about fucking.
Yeah, I know.
Random ass I mean, that's just
shady drip.
That's just how it goes sometimes. But
I think he won a title.
Sticking to the whole injury thing, I mean, it's worth bringing up, and it's worth sending best wishes to the Pittsburgh Pirate fan who fell over the right field wall and landed pretty awkwardly. By awkwardly, I mean
concretely.
On his head, neck area, might have hit the shoulder, first thing to hit the ground, and did not look responsive. As far as I know right now, he's in critical condition. I mean, it was a very scary video. Obviously, Z, don't post it. If you guys hear this and you want to, I want to see it, go on Twitter.
Just look it up.
Twitter's got it
on YouTube.
You're going to find it.
It's on the news. The news is showing.
From me personally, I mean, I'll send my best wishes to him. Obviously, you never want to see like that happen, but I mean, I'll let you guys take over this one.
Best wishes. Get well soon. Don't get too drunk at baseball.
Yeah, more sympathies. If you need help, ask for it.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, next topic. How are we doing? How are we doing today? Lakers.
I'm whole.
Eliminated. Lakers not in 5.
D, are you a Lakers fan, or are you more of a Clippers guy?
Me liking basketball is absurd, dog. I do not like basketball at all. Not a basketball fan. Bunch of dweebs and losers. Dweebs and losers, okay?
All about the
When I
ball
play-
talk, but I never said what kind of ball it was.
Hey. Well, we got to watch yourself there with that one, okay? Because there's a lot of implications when you're saying that, okay?
Come on.
But no, when it comes to sports, one of my favorite things about basketball players, I think they're so athletic, and then the football players go out there on the basketball court with them and run them every game. No, and I'm telling you right now, baseball's the best. I ain't got to say it. They got variations of it in other countries. Come on now.
Hands
Think
down.
about it.
My favorite topic is always the ones where it's like anyone can play baseball. Oh yeah, anyone can play baseball. You gonna hit this Josh Hader fastball, my man?
Yeah, Doc, go
are you
face
gonna
Randy
hit-
Johnson throwing 97 at your fucking face.
Are you gonna face this
Seriously.
Randy Johnson slide piece? Randy Johnson's chin high fastball? You gonna stay in that box? I bet you will.
No. You want to make it really hard for people to even comprehend anything? Face a Tim Wakefield knuckleball.
Oh,
Ugh. Disgusting.
Face a Phil Necro knuckleball. That ball is 6.5 inches away from your face, and then it's in the catcher's glove, dead center of the zone. So,
Like
yeah.
even
Now, my question for you guys. What about a 2012 R.A. Dickey?
disgusting. He lived on that pitch, and
had a
then he
lot
win
more
the
speed.
Cy. Didn't he win the Cy Young
He
that year?
did.
Yeah, we're
20
talking about a
and
guy.
Yeah.
Talking about a guy who lived with the knuckleball. He slept with the knuckleball. This dude was married to the knuckleball and got a Cy Young out of it. R.A. Dickey was on another level with that.
And then he got his bag from Toronto and did not do nothing.
Yeah, after that 20-6 season, he had 2 14-13 seasons, an 11-11 season. He had from 2013 to 2017, he went 59-62. That's after winning the Cy Young.
It's just mental, man.
Like 15 years in the league, 120 and 118 is his career record. He had, in all honesty, one very good season. Other than that, I think he was super mid.
So let me ask you this. You're a fielder. Well, let's say you're playing second base. You're making a play at second. Would you rather the runner be Ty Cobb or Albert Bell? Obviously, two different generations of players.
Albert Bell, because I know for a fact Albert Bell's just gonna hurt, and I'm not gonna have to like catch a spike or anything too grimy. He's just gonna like, yo, boss, you're either the hell out of my way or you're the hell out of my way. And you could choose.
Yeah, he's just going to go through you.
Yeah. So like I might just dive out of the way beforehand, and when my skip's like, hey man, what the hell was that? The hell did you think that was? I was in his way. I had to move. That's Albert Bell. But you move out of the way of somebody that's sliding in with cleats.
Ty Cobb.
Nice little-
My day, we used to take those off the chin and throw the ball, man. The hell's wrong with you?
Ty Cobb was going
Nice
in the
little
second.
hardcore TLC match in second.
Ty Cobb was going into second base, like drop kicking people. My man was not going in just straight sliding. Like he was jumping.
He was water boy dropping.
Getting some air and putting that steel right in your chest.
Bro was
All
doing
you
the
heard
That
coming
was
up,
an animal.
all you heard running was, and then he would just flat out lay you out.
Like there's pictures of Ty Cobb sliding. Like he is in the air. It's like, dude. It's like you were about to kick this dude square in the chin with your metal ass
dude, like-
cleat. And the umpire is just going, safe. Like, just broke this dude's jaw.
We have all of our current generations of dirty players. So you got like Utley with the dirty slides, Machado with the kicks and the
I
slides.
think Utley slide was too dirty. I mean,
No, listen, I'm not saying it was. I'm saying consensus wise. I'm not
I'm
on that
saying
side.
that consensus
I
was
thought
wrong.
it was
They said
aggressive.
we had scientists said we had billions of people, so you can't always go with the consensus. And then they're like, we had 7 billion people. And I'm like, oh, we're off by billions. Yeah, I can't trust the consensus anymore. You know, screw the anarchy.
No, I'm just saying, like, you got guys like that. Back then, games weren't nationally televised. I'm sure that he could have done a lot worse, Jay. Like,
Who?
I think he probably did.
Who, Cobb? Ty Cobb was one of the first evil players in baseball. The guy beat up a handicapped heckler. The dude didn't have any feet, and Ty Cobb kicked the shit out of him.
And don't be
How
You do
ironic
not
that
have
you're
to
a
tell
guy
me
with no
so.
feet.
don't square up if you handle your beat off. Don't say nothing. Don't
Like,
say nothing.
Hold on. Let me drop you a Ty Cobb story. Ty Cobb was known to like get home from the field and want to be the first person to take a bath, shower, whatever it was. Ty Cobb had a roommate. Ty Cobb's roommate knew this. Like, he knew like this was the way he went about his business. Ty Cobb's roommate got home first and got in the bath/shower. You know what Ty Cobb did? He got back to the room, dragged this man out of the shower, stark naked, got in his face and said, "Don't you understand? I have to be first," and proceeded to get in the shower.
Toaster in there.
No, like Ty Cobb was an animal. Now, I mean, it probably doesn't help that like his mom killed his dad, but like Ty
Right,
Cobb
because
was,
there's some undiagnosed things that were going on mentally with.
bro. Ty Cobb wanted to please his dad so bad, no homo, and his dad was like, "Nah, do better, do better, do better," and like,
Pause.
and the fact that like his dad thought his mom was cheating on him, climbed through the window just to get shotgunned by his own wife. Bro, this family was messed up from head to toe. And Ty Cobb was just kind of like, I'm taking all of this aggression out on anybody that gets in my way. Like, the dude was smacking people for saying hi to him. Like, just off the chain. Like, the dude, I mean, that's just.
Do you think he remembered everybody's birthday and had a specific sandwich that he liked to eat at lunch every day?
Hell no.
Do you think that he could paint you a portrait of the New York skyline from one viewing
I think
and it be fully accurate
I think he
and
could.
tell you how many windows are in New York City?
I think he could. Who is it that could do that?
Not all of our heroes have names.
I thought that was in like a movie or something like that.
No,
Mine
it was
does.
definitely like a feel-good news story.
Okay, then that's what it was.
But like, let me stress, not all of our heroes have names. Some people are just the dogs. And they can tell you how many windows are in New York City. That's
The dogs.
Harry Hulk Coyote.
Hey,
He
real
was
quick.
in California too long, man.
Hey, you shut your face and stop talking about my coyote-ness, okay? Our athlete of the week, and I'm naming it, okay? This is not sponsored by Modelo, but it is our athlete of the week. Shout out to Kenny Powers with the Myrtle Beach Merman. I think
Kenny Powers? Are you kidding me?
Kenny's had an absolutely
Speaking of dogs, that is a dog.
Bro, I'm telling you, this past week playing with the Merman, I think he had 3 starts, went 3-0, 27 innings, 20 strikeouts. He had a 0.00 ERA, gave up 0 runs, 3 shutouts, absolute dog business. And then he FaceTimes me while he's on the beach, showing me his new jet skis with the guys. I mean, there's this new Russian dude that he's playing with. His name's Igor. He's 7 foot. It looks kind of like John Roush, but, more douchey. You know what I'm saying? So, not too fond of him.
Name. That's a callback. That's
Shout
legend, John Roush.
But, yeah, man.
First person to know it was raining.
Our athlete of the week, Kenny Powers.
All right. Well,
Hey, real quick, can we get a slogan?
You got it,
You're
KP.
fucking out. You know, is that possible?
maybe
Could be done. Could be done.
since Damon gave out athlete of the week, you know what? I'm going to give out an award too because someone has to be given an award for this thing, and I already know who it is. We're going mustache of the week. Follow me on this. This dude is rocking a straight caterpillar on his upper lip. This is probably the best mustache I have ever seen in baseball. No, I've seen better, but this year, this thing is on. Mickey Gasper of the Minnesota Twins has the best mustache I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, this thing is straight. It's
Are you going to share it?
Hey, 1 second.
Like, I want to look it up, but I want to
There we go.
see everyone. Holy cow. That is glorious.
Like, look at that thing.
You think
That
that's better
just-
than Miles Michaelis?
Absolutely.
That's better. That's better.
Like, what?
That looks like a guy in 1976 I would get a cab ride from in New York City.
Like, look at that thing. The guy just, like, what a mustache.
Oozes masculinity.
Like, that is just a top tier mustache. I mean, shout out mustache of the month, Mickey Gasper. Congratulations.
Whoa.
For the month of April. April.
Man, it needs to be Miles Michaelis. That man's mustache, if you haven't seen, okay.
I'm going to look it up now.
Yep. It's a, hey, that's the sheriff. That's the sheriff. You know, he looks like he does X-rated films as a firefighter.
All right. That's a solid stash. That's a solid stash. He's got to keep it, though, for all of May to win mustache of the month for May.
If he doesn't keep it, man, yeah, I'm going to reach out to his jeweler and I'm going to tell him, hey, man, we got something going on the pod. I need him to keep that stash. Just send a quick PM over to me, please, and thank you.
Miles Michael Ash does it for the boys. We got an award for him.
So, all right. Since we're doing awards, and this is the first time, this is completely unprompted. I love this.
Yeah, this is fun.
We've never discussed this prior. Thanks, D. So I'm gonna give my award. My award has a long title, but it's not that long. It's best. You did your best, but it wasn't good enough. I'm giving this to Eugenio Suarez.
Okay.
Eugenio, you had the 19th time ever in baseball with 4 home runs. Your team lost, and you only had 5 RBIs, which means no one was on base for you at all. You did your best, but it wasn't good enough.
Okay. I thought
That's all I got, man, because I think that's fair. That's fair.
I think that's completely fair. You hit 4 home runs, but you only drive in 5 runs. I mean, yeah. Congratulations, but you still lost.
Just facing Kenny Powers, he would have had 0 home runs. Just remember that. My athlete of the week.
He wouldn't have showed up to.
Yes, he would have. Yes, he would have. Just to
No,
prove to
not Kenny
April who
Powers.
he is.
Hey, Eugenio.
Yeah, no, I was like, bro,
Yeah.
Kenny's proven
Come
to
on, man.
April who he is. What are we talking about?
Kenny
like
Powers ain't got on Mickey Super Mario Gasper, all right? Let me tell you something. That mustache would have put the fear of God in him.
Absolutely.
Kenny, okay, would have sat there and just teabagged on me. Went about his business. Would have told him, listen, I was partying crazy while your dad was still trying to think about what to name. Okay? Don't think
And
we're the
guess
same,
what?
kid.
And guess what? At the end of the day, you know what he shows up with? All the Fiexons.
All the Fiexons.
Vixens.
All the
He's got
Fiexons.
all the
That's
Fiexons.
the Flamo Blanca. You're trying to play with him, especially when your name's Mickey. Get a more masculine name, Mickey. Come on now.
What's wrong with Mickey? Hold on. Hold on.
Mickey
Wait
Mouse.
a minute.
No, you're
Mickey
you're talking
Mantle?
shit to a
Mickey Mantle? Are you kidding me?
you're talking
Mickey
to
Mouse.
two guys from a city who idolized Mickey Morandini.
I don't even know who
No.
that is.
Fucking Mickey
No idea who
Mantle?
that is. Bro, you
Ask
can
your
stop
dad.
with the- you can
Ask your
stop
dad.
with the mantle. I'm gonna Google Mickey Morandini.
No. That is not the Mickey I'm on right now. You're telling me that
Yeah,
Man,
homie
that-
was with Marilyn
hell
Monroe
no.
with the feminine name. Yeah. What's up with it? I'm not backing
No.
down. You catch a headbutt from me, man. What's up?
Mickey Mantle, the greatest switch hitter in all of baseball history.
I'm biased. Dimitri Young's the greatest switch hitter in all of baseball history.
You
I
are
don't know
biased
who
because
you're
you're
trying
his
to tell.
kid.
I'm not his kid. I'm just some random fan
Listen.
that paid attention to his game and likes his game. Dimitri Young's
Listen.
got game, man.
Listen, if my pops was in the league and batted 177 as a right-handed hitter,
No,
I
I would
would-
have to tell you.
I would
I would have
go-
to tell you, hey, you're
go
done.
to the grave saying that he was the greatest right-handed hitter in all of baseball history.
There's got to be realism in what you say. Like listen,
Obviously,
the meat hook.
Obviously,
The
there's
meat
got to
hook
be
was a damn
realism.
near 300 hitter, but he was
He was.
playing in the juice ball era. You know what I mean? So how are you gonna remember a dude that's hitting 300 when you got guys that are hitting 370, 380? He's 80.
Hitting 60 home runs in the season, not leading the league.
And that's what I'm saying. Because look, listen. If you're driving 80 miles an hour, and I'm not driving at all, and that's just me saying you got a 380 batting average, and I'm hitting 300. You're already 80 miles ahead of me, mother. You know what I'm saying? I ain't catching you. And are you gonna look at the dude at the starting line? No, you're gonna look at the dude at the finish. Okay, so and not everybody was looking at Big Hook. And then you go look at the teams that he played on. Like, damn, I had to tell Big Meech. I was like, man, you had to get on your agent's ass because all them teams suck. But yeah, dog, them teams suck. Like it was a heartbreaker because like how you tell your friends like, oh yeah, this is my dad, and all the teams suck. Like I never made any of my friends watch the games or like, oh, we're gonna follow your dad. No, hell no, don't do that. That's a sad season, my guy. Like be a damn Yankees fan or something. They're about to win the World Series. That's a lot of joy.
Again,
Listen, I would just be stoked that my pops was in the league to start with, honestly. That man could be playing for this year's Colorado Rockies, and I would wear that jersey every single day. Be like, yo, peep the name on the back, my man.
you're not wrong.
Like,
You're not wrong. Because I would steal all his jerseys and just say, hey, this is me at the bar to girls and be like,
dude, like,
Yeah, but if your dad's like the best player on like an ass team, you got to think about it. You're not getting quality. You know what I'm saying? You're getting a girl that wants to go to a grimy stadium and not have too much fun. And I'm not saying that's every year because like this year we got the Colorado Rockies and they have quite a nice stadium. So I mean, hey, Shorty might like Coors Field. That's not bad.
yeah,
she should
Whatever-
absolutely like Coors Field.
yeah, but also whatever name they have, was it Guaranteed Rate Field? Or is it something different for the White Sox?
Nah, it's guaranteed rate.
Yeah, well, that's not a bad field either. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Someone got shot in the stands. How does that happen at a baseball game?
I had a feeling that was going to be the first point to come up to deflect that too.
Like,
I know it. I would have.
there's crime in the community.
man.
You can't sit there and say it's a nice community.
Man,
Someone
I
had the shot in front of the store, damn it.
I'm the community, dude. I still know about Chirac. So, like, come
No.
on.
I'm saying you trying to say the community's nice. Like, oh, this is a nice community. Like, the stadium's nice. Like, somebody
I
tried to
didn't say community. I said the stadium is nice.
Brother, you're not getting what I'm saying. If you live in like a gated community, okay? I'm not saying the whole community around me. I'm saying like this little community, okay? That little stadium's like the gated community. You're a fan trying to get somebody that's never been there. Oh, it's a nice community, neighbor. Come through here. And the person's like, somebody got shot in here a couple years ago. What are you talking about? Like, how's this a gated community and people are getting shot in this dog? Like, what's going on here? No, that's where
I genuinely wish I could go back in time to where immediately after Rich said, I've heard nothing but great things. I wish I could have placed a bet right then and there. What is going to be the first deflection on this? And I would have dropped $200 on the fact that someone got shot there.
Like, I
knew that was going to be the first point. I know it.
Don't forget, there's been a lot of trouble outside in LA's parking lots, so
Dude, the Dodgers.
it's cool.
In the stadium, outside the stadium. It's like a WWE
Man.
pay-per-view.
Except with broken bottles.
Broken bottles, cars on
People
fire, the
getting
organ
little lights
playing
up
weed. Tell you what, every time I think of Dodgers fans, I always think of after they won the World Series and the dude's playing with fireworks out in the street and just blows his hand to smithereens.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, I'm like, hey, congratulations, your team won the World Series, and he just blew his thumb to the CVS roof across the street. It takes skill, man.
It's also like Camden, dude. It's not a great area to be right outside. Camden Yards.
Hell no. No. Camden
There's
Yards.
a lot of
is a
stadiums.
stadium.
I've never been, and I can't wait to go there. I really can't. But yeah, I've seen The Wire. It's not lovely in Baltimore.
I've seen this place
20 years
on
ago,
a
still.
TV show.
I've seen this place on basically a documentary called The Wire.
So, jumping back into baseball real quick, I want to give a shout out to Jose Ramirez, who is the first Cleveland Guardian / Indian player in history to hit 250 home runs and to have 250 stolen bases. So, shout out J-Ram, easily the most underrated player in all of baseball. So, yeah, good
Easily.
for him. Last topic I want to kind of talk about, and it's kind of stupid, but it's fun to just think. The Royals almost threw a no-hitter, which is always fun, but unfortunately they lost it in the 7th. And I'm kind of wondering, and I'll ask you boys as well, who do you think throws the first no-hitter for this season? And I will give you mine right now. The Cleveland Guardians / Indians haven't done it since 1981. That's the last time they threw a no-hitter. It has been that long. So, that being said, I will take the Cleveland Guardians to do it, and I will give you their opponents right now. And I said it earlier, the Colorado Rockies are going to be the unfortunate victim to get no-hit by the Cleveland Guardians. They play them July 29th through the 1st, and one of those days they will get no-hit. Cashing it right now. I'm going to go on Bet Rivers. This is not a paid advertisement. Throw in a no-hitter for $20. Just cash in when it happens. So what do you guys got?
I was
You
going to
deserve
say
a bucket.
Hunter Green.
Why not?
Exactly.
I mean,
Hunter Green's a good out.
dude's got stuff. I mean,
I think he's due.
we're going to watch 3 games. We're going to watch 3 games in a row with no hits, but for both franchises. July 4th, we have Rockies versus White Sox. We're going to have 27 innings of no hit ball.
Oh, that's so god awful, man. How the hell? Who booked that on the schedule? Who said let's put the 2 worst teams head to head and let's see what happens? This is like that baseball game
On
up in
America's birthday.
New York City. Like, yeah, happy birthday, Uncle Sam. Hope your party's not lame. I'm gonna have to watch
It
that.
might
game.
actually happen. It might actually happen where we see 27 innings of no hit ball.
I would not be the least bit surprised. Back to Damon's. Didn't Hunter Green technically throw a no-hitter and take a loss? Like, that happened a couple years ago, wasn't it? Didn't him
Was
and
it combined?
didn't like him and Pittsburgh both throw no-hitters, but Pittsburgh ended up winning? Like, what am I remembering? Because I think Hunter Green at some point did throw 9 no-hit innings
Yeah.
and then took a loss with like walks, right? I forget how the hell it happened.
Hunter Green led Reds, the 6th team in MLB history to throw a no-hitter and lose. May 14th, 2022.
Okay. Nice. I was remembering that.
Well, maybe he's
Yeah.
gonna win this one. Let's win it.
Dude, I hate to jinx it. If Hunter Green throws another one and takes another loss, is he the first pitcher ever to throw 2 no-hitters and lose both of them? Like, that would be a thing, wouldn't it?
It might be.
Yeah, it was like,
They lost 1-0. They lost 1-0.
I think Hunter Green's a great pick for a no-hitter, actually, thinking back on it now. And if he does it, I mean, that would technically be his second no-hitter. Damn. I can't believe he's already got one. That's kind of nuts to think about.
All right, let's look at his box score.
If I remember correctly, he lost it in extra innings, I think. I think he, like, walked the first
No.
batter. Or did the bullpen
It was a
ball?
combined no-hitter.
The bump.
He threw 7 in the 3rd with 9 strikeouts and 5 walks. And then Art Warren came in the 8th, walked Ben Gamma to load the bases. Brian Hayes hit a sac fly, scored the game's only run. And Katana for the Pirates had 3 hits, 1 walk, and 7 innings. So it was a pitcher's duel, or both offenses really just sucked. But D, that's a great choice.
thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually really big on that pick.
Unfortunately, I think mine seems more probable. It was cool.
You.
All right, so walking into the
All
bottom
right,
of the
we go with
ninth,
final thoughts.
obviously going to do final
He's
thoughts.
going to throw a closer that's not stinking.
Here comes Jordan Romano. Get ready to blow this one wide open. Richie, what you got?
Oh, sorry, they're not brothers. And I was thinking Menendez brothers. I don't know why.
Diaz,
My bad.
They're not brothers.
No, I don't think they're related at all. There's more than one Diaz.
Alexis Diaz is Edwin Diaz.
Is it?
Like, why the hell would I say that on a podcast?
Same mama? Same daddy?
I mean, I would assume so.
All right.
From what Baseball Reference is saying, it says brother, not stepbrother, not half brother, not brother-in-law, brother of Alexis Diaz.
I mean, I call you guys my brothers, so I'm just.
Hey, brother,
It's cool.
brother man, brother man, brother man, brother man.
See,
Oh,
it's
and
happening.
Dimitri
It's
Jones.
happening. It's happening.
On Dimitri Young Singh, it says Dalman Young, brother, relative of. To your final thoughts.
Was it really?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, final thoughts. Jay, I'm going to take a page out of your book, and I'm going to do on this day in baseball.
Okay.
I have a very good one from May 3rd, 1906. Envision it now. Brooklyn, Washington Park. The Philadelphia Phillies southpaw Josh Lush strikes out 11 in a 6-0 no-hitter against the Superbas.
Superb.
5 short years later, Superbas. Sorry. 5 short years later, renamed the Dodgers in 1911. The next no-hitter for the Phillies isn't until Jim Bunning's perfect game in 1964 against the Mets. It's a nice one. Being that we just ended off on no-hitters, I'm just happy that's exactly what I had.
Good.
Beautiful.
I like it. All right, D, what you got?
Baseball's back and beautiful. Base stat of the day is the most leadoff hit by pitches. Hit 38, 39, done by Craig Biggio over his 20-year career. So, outside of that, I hope you guys are staying blessed wherever you are watching from, whatever time you may be watching this, whether it's morning, evening, or night. I hope you're having a blessed day. If you're with the family, give the family a hug for me. If you're with somebody you deeply care about, give them a high five for me, please. Anyways, keep it blessed, keep it pushing, enjoy some baseball, enjoy some beers, and be back next week for Drunks on the Pond.
Hell yeah, brother.
Fish money.
Hell yeah.
How you feeling?
Yeah.
Feeling good. And Rich, I'm going to one-up you because there's actually a bigger no-hitter that you're missing on the same day. But this one is
1906?
up 1991. Ryan
Okay. I was going to say, wait, what?
throws his 7th career no-hitter. 7. Man was on a different level. I'll tell you about Nolan. What a guy, man. But yeah, aside from that, obviously working on another behind the scenes. This one's taking a little bit longer because I've decided to I did one for myself, I want to say. I won't say who it is, but this is my all-time favorite player in baseball history. I am very happy to be doing this one. There's going to be a lot more information. It's going to take a lot longer. This may end up being like a 30, 40-minute episode. So it's going to be a while, but there will be a behind the scenes coming soon. And as far as everything else goes, okay.
Jake, can you give me some bonus information if you can possibly have it? Do you know why they were called the Superbas?
Why Brooklyn was called the Superbas? So
Yeah, because I don't.
So before Brooklyn landed on the Dodgers, they went by 6, 7 nicknames. Like they were the Superbas for a while. They were named after a guy who owned the team, but he was also a baker. I forget what they were at that time. Then I know they were the Trolley Dodgers because of the trolley that ran through Brooklyn. And then they just straight up shortened it to the Dodgers. But yeah, Brooklyn went through, I want to say about 4 or 5 names before they landed on the Dodgers. I know the Superbas were, I think the earliest name, I think that was right after Charles Ebbets built the stadium in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm looking at this now. Sports writers dubbed the team Hanlon's Superbas because of the popular Broadway troupe of the same name. So once again, you had another late 1800s, early 1900s owner really, really loving Broadway.
Okay. All right. So yeah, they did have a lot of names, and there's a lot of these I do remember now that I'm looking at them. So to go in order, they had 9 or 10 names I'm looking at right now. They were
That's ridiculous.
They were the Brooklyn Grays, the Brooklyn Atlantics, the Brooklyn Grays again. Then they were the Brooklyn Bridegrooms, which is kind of funny. Then they were just the Brooklyn Grooms.
What?
Then they went back to the Brooklyn Bridegrooms. Then they were the Brooklyn Superbas. Then they were the Trolley Dodgers. Then they were the Dodgers. That's it. The Brooklyn Robins, because of their owner was, God, who the hell was that? That was, that's going to bother me. Named after longtime manager Wilbert Robinson. That I do remember. But yeah, Dodgers have gone through a lot of goddamn names. I think they should go back to the Bridegrooms, honestly. Just call them the Los Angeles Bridegrooms.
Hey, in 2025, that might work.
They'll actually get a lot of people on their side. It's going to sell a lot of hats and jerseys, tell you that much.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll have to start that. We'll have to start that petition up. Rename the Dodgers the Bridegrooms after the Brooklyn team, or rebuild Ebbets Field and give Brooklyn the baseball team again. Probably do better than this third team in Florida we're talking about, which God, I pray doesn't happen.
Dude, why only do it in tourist towns in Florida?
I can tell you why, but we're going to save it for next week. I'm Jay. That's Rich. That's Damon. Obviously, you know us. We are the Drunks on the Pond. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you next Saturday. But Z, I need you to do me a favor, baby. Hit that music. It's time to get up on out of here. Peace.